Levon Helm is the subject of the documentary film Ain't In It For My Health, and we had the opportunity to talk with Jacob Hatley, the filmmaker behind that. This is part one of our interview. Did you start off this project with any particular idea in mind, or did it just kind of grow?
It certainly grew from, we came out there. I got hired to do a music video for him. It was like a weekend shoot, and we ended up staying 3 years. We showed up to shoot the video, and we hit it off. And I took a sleeping bag and moved into his barn and got a video camera, and just realized there was a lot more to it. It was right. He was into the idea, and we didn't know what we were doing, but we knew that it was a lot of fun to watch the dailies every night, So
walk me through that whole thing. I mean, you meet this guy, you're going to do the music video, and it's sometimes hard to get people to be comfortable in front of the camera. And I mean, so was he comfortable? Was it just you, or was it the camera?
He was very comfortable. He was very comfortable as long as nothing was structured around the film. As long as I didn't ask him to do anything, as long as I didn't try and direct, as long as I could disappear. The film is a very fly on the wall approach. It's more in the verite category, and because that's the only film that we could have made, and so he would never. I don't think he ever told us, turn the camera off or don't film this or what. He would just hang out with me and roll as much as you want, and you may not see me for 2 or 3 weeks, and then you may see me for 48 hours straight. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. So yeah, I mean, that's at first, I just thought this is going to be a really incredible character study, because he's fascinating. He's very charismatic. He's a great storyteller. He comes from a time and a place that kind of doesn't exist anymore, down in Turkey Scratch, Arkansas, and that was the film. And then all these things started happening while we were there, that we had to wrestle with, So,
how do you, as a filmmaker, deal with the story has to come together, and it sounds like it did. It sounds like things started happening, but how, as a filmmaker, do you deal with just shooting and shooting and shooting and not knowing what you're going to get? It's sort of a leap of faith.
It's strange. I was so happy with the footage we were getting before all of the stuff started happening, because it was just the perfect hangout movie. It's the perfect hangout stoner movie, where you get to sit at his table and you just get to listen to him just go off on every, his favorite movies, and he talks about endangered animals, and he talks about living in LA and eating at the best suit. Well, I don't want to give it away, but I was like, this is going to be the movie I want to see. It's I always say that I go to the movies, just to hang out with people that are cooler than I am, that I wouldn't get a chance to hang out with otherwise, just to be around people that are interesting. And I'm like, wow, I think I'm going to get to make a movie like this. And so I was fine with it, and then what was difficult was when things that normally documentary filmmakers kill for, started happening, and it interrupted that kind of film I had in mind. He was told he might have cancer again. He totally lost his voice while he was on tour. He got nominated for a Lifetime Achievement Award, a Grammy, and said to hell with him. He said he didn't accept it because he has demons with his past, and he had a grandson, and all of these things started. He released his first album in 25 years. So it was like, God, how do I juggle all this and not have it be this event movie all the way? How it's going to just dilute Levon at the table, So
you might be the first filmmaker of all time that has a problem with getting these great things coming your way, but